Welcome to our channel, The Planner's Way. Today we are going to discuss on the key topic, one of the key topic that we usually use in the project management called the float, or we call it slack as well in American English. Going forward, let me dive you guys into what the term exactly the float is. It is the total amount of time by which any task can be delayed without affecting the overall project completion or that of the any dependent activities which are succeeding that activity. Uh, l- Let me go through why the float is exactly important, why everyone is keen to look over what's the float in the schedule, what it is. It overall provides the flexibility in the schedule. What that mean exact is it supports the statement that in a schedule, if it is a 20 days float, that means we have the 20 days. We can delay that activity by 20 days without affecting that of the it's the overall completion of that schedule. Let's commence with the different types of the float that we use in the day-to-day planning aspect. The first one is the total float. What total float deals is a task which can be delayed without delaying the that of the total project finish date. What it means is if any task has 20 days total float, that means we can delay the task by 20 days without affecting the overall project finish. And the next one is the free float, in which if an activity have 20 days free float, that means we can delay that activity with 20 days without affecting the immediate successor, the following activity, or we can say what's the independent float is the total time which any activity can be delayed without affecting its previous successor or any of the subsequent activity. And what the overall project float is then. The overall project float is the overall buffer time available for the project before that of the project deadline. And what it matters is sometimes we have the contractual float, we have the time disallowance in is introduced in our schedule, the risk allowance, the risk buffer that will account for in the that of the project float. Let me explain further what the float is. We're using a one example as that of the activity. If a project have 5 days total float, what it means? Let's suppose we are doing any plumbing task and we have total 5 days float in that schedule. It means it can be start of 5 day delay without affecting the overall project deadline which we have given from the client. And what benefit it is when the expected material delivery or the issue occurs, we know how much time we can delay. If the delay is only for the 4 days, we can still complete on a time, or else we need to ask for the extension of time in the worst case, or we need to introduce more resources to get it on time. The key takeaways of this presentation or the video slides is understanding and monitoring how the float help the project manager proactively managing risk and optimizing the schedules, and it helps in the better project control as well, as we know the what's the overall flexibility of the schedule, how much we can delay up the activities, how much our total float is, how much our terminal float is, how much risk buffer we have introduced over here. It will overall link to that of the project control things that the project manager deals with in the day-to-day aspect. In this series, we are making the series of videos which have the different key planning terms, where in the next video we are going to discuss on the dependencies. If you like to hear more from us, please subscribe the Planners Way. Thank you. I'll see you on the next video.